Hey yo, if you need some MT but you do not feel like grinding, make sure y'all go over to aoeah.com and use code ROYAL for 3% off MT. Yes sir, 3% off of all MT. Let's get it, man. Yo, what is good with y'all boys, man? It's Ryan and I'm back with another banger, man. Hey, but today we have another Myteam tip tutorial, and today it's gonna be the top cards that are under 10k. I have 7 on this list and all of them are under 10k, and I highly recommend you putting them on your team, bro, because you're not going to regret it. But hey, let's get right into this thing, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, and let's go. The first card on this list, y'all already know I had to put this card. This card has been good every year. It's this Klay Thompson, man. Now there's two Klay Thompsons. There's this ruby one and there's a emerald one. It's if you want to spend tokens, that's only 3 tokens. But this ruby one goes for like maybe 5k to 9k, somewhere around there. But you might even be able to snipe him for even less. But hey, this card is good no matter what type of variation you get. No matter if it's emerald, gold, ruby, no matter what, this card is always going to be good, and you're never going to be mad at getting this card. But hey, yeah, so he can play defense, he can shoot, he can drive a little bit, but that's all you really need from a 2 guard, man. So he has a 79 driving layup, which is pretty decent for this stage of the game. He has a 88 3-point shot, but since my coach gives him +3 to his 3, he has a 91 3-point shot, and then he has a 65 driving dunk, which I mean, he can still dunk in traffic, not gonna lie to you. So hey, that's all that matters to me. His defense isn't too bad either. I mostly put him on the point guard almost every time, man, cause like, bro, 85 perimeter defense. He has one of the highest defensive ratings on my team right now. Yeah, so most of the time I put him on the point guard or whoever's. And going over to his badges, he has 26 in total, 22 silver, 4 bronze, and you cannot be mad at that, bro. I mean, and his badges are not even bad, bro, especially this range extender. You're really gonna need this range extender, especially for this year, because it increases your green window. If you can't have your range extender on at least silver, you're gonna be straight, man. You're gonna be golden. But he has a good mixture of shooting and defensive badges, which is something that I really need as my wing player, man. So hey, if you need a wing player that can play defense, that can play the 3 and can drive a little bit, get Klay Thompson, man. You will not be mad at it. Second person on my list, and y'all already know how I play with Dane. You know he's my go-to finisher, man, for any type of game. He can dunk on anybody, he can shoot, he can play defense rather well. But hey, this card is goated. I'm not gonna lie to you. One of my favorite cards in the game. And yeah, I cannot be mad at this card. He has an 89 offense and a 79 defense, which is why sometimes I'll put the shooting guard on my point guard, because you know the defense isn't there really, but hey, it's still there though. So he has an 89 driving layup, an 81 3-point shot, and an 85 driving dunk, which is very good, man. And plus he has an 85 mid-range. And remember, the 3 in the mid-range go up by 3 because of my coach, which is the Lakers coach. Also, his ball handling isn't bad. Obviously, he's a point guard, so 88 ball handle. I can speed boost off rip, which is a plus. And then his defense isn't too bad either. 70 perimeter defense. But hey, like I said, I have Klay Thompson. I also have Paul George. And yeah, so basically, I'm straight on the defensive side. Going over to his badges, he has 42 badges, man. 42. 39 silver, 2 bronze, and 1 gold, man. And the gold, I actually upgraded it because, I mean, I didn't know what to do with the teardropper. It doesn't really go for much. So, hey, I upgraded the teardropper. Now he has 1 gold badge. But yeah, so really in all, when you start out with him, he has 40 silver and 2 bronzes and 42 badges basically. So as you can see, he has a mixture of playmaking, shooting, and driving badges, which I mean, I cannot be mad at. I wish he would have had a little bit more defensive badges. I don't even think he has any, for real. But yeah, so obviously I accommodate for that, which I mean, I said it a bunch of times in this video. So yeah, so honestly, you cannot be mad at this card, man. It's Damian Lillard. You should get him, bro. The next one on my list is Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith is so goated, man. His 3-point, his driving, his playmaking, his everything, man. I mean, his defense is a little bit of reliability, but I mean, most point guards in the game, their defense are kind of suspect, bro. But that just comes with being in the beginning of the game. So yeah, this card is actually pretty solid, not gonna lie. It comes with the 86 driving layup, a 93-point shot, and an 80 driving dunk, which is pretty solid stats. His ball handling is at an 86, so he can speed boost off rip. And his perimeter defense is at a 77, which is higher than Dame's. So I mean, if you need a good point guard that can somewhat play defense, I would go with Kenny Smith, man. And then he's also very quick. He has an 88 speed and a 90 speed with ball with an 88 acceleration. And plus his lateral quickness is an 85. So good on offense, good on defense. He can do it on both sides of the ball, man, which is something that you really need in a point guard. And then on top of that, he has 17 gold, 15 silver, and 2 bronze badges, man. So he has a combination of playmaking, shooting, and finishing badge. And I think he only has 1 defensive badge, and that's pick dodger. But hey, like I said, you can accommodate for that. And yeah, so honestly, this card is very good. I highly recommend you picking him up just for under 10k. He goes for, I mean, maybe you can snipe him for like 5k. Not even a snipe, he will actually put him up for like 5 to 7k, to be honest. So hey, I would say go for it. And plus some new packs just dropped, so you know everybody just went down in price, man. Now if you're looking for a good center that has a nice mid-range, good defense, and can get boards, go Rick Smith, man. Go with him. A nice 7-footer. He's just good on both sides of the ball. His green window is very high on the mid-range, especially at the short corner, which is where I like to see him at, because I can just dish it down to him and it's green almost every time, man. But as you can see, 82 offense and an 87 defense, which is pretty. So yeah, so like I said, 84 mid-range plus 3, 87 mid-range, and then his standing dunk is at a 75. The only thing that I do get mad at is his alley-oop animation. Sometimes he misses the ball, which is kind of annoying because he's wide open, and the only way I can get on the ball is to oop it over the defender. So yeah, sometimes that can get annoying, but hey, I mean, what can you do? It's still the beginning of the game. So yeah, so like I said, his interior defense is at an 85, which is really good for a center. He has a 60 block, which isn't as ideal, but I mean, interior defense isn't really broken in this game. You can get some really good contests and they'll miss either way. And plus he has an 80 offense and an 88 defensive rebound, which is very, very good. And he has an 84 strength. So I mean, this card for under 10k is really a budget beast, man. Really a budget beast. And when you first get this card, he has 17 gold badges. I did upgrade Worm so it can be a Hall of Fame badge. It allows him to get more rebounds, so I highly recommend you upgrading Worm to Hall of Fame, because I mean, it's actually a pretty good badge just here. So yeah, so he has a good mixture of rebounding, defense, and a few offensive badges too, with pick and roller and stuff like that. So yeah, this card is really good. He also has drop stepper for his offensive badge and post spin technician. So a total of 3 offensive badges, and then the rest are basically defense and rebounding. So yeah, if you're looking for a great card that can play defense, play offense, and can get boards, and can lock down centers with ease, go with Rick Smith. You will not be mad at it, bro. Okay, y'all, now it's time for one of my favorite cards in this game. Y'all already know it goes Miles Bridges, Michael Jordan, and then it's Trevor Ariza. Not gonna lie to you, bro. Trevor Ariza is one of my favorite cards in 2K since what, 2K19 was? Yeah, since 2K19. I think that's when his card came out, and it was in the token market. It was in the token market for 2K19 and 2K20. For under 10k, you're basically buying a budget beast, man. Honestly, his stats are very good, and his green window is, oh my god, I green almost every time with him, bro. And then plus his defense is very, very good, man. You can play him at the power forward and you won't get punished for it, to be honest. So that's another plus for you. So yeah, so like I said, 82 driving layup, 77 mid-range, 84 3, and the 80 driving dunk. So he can go into the rim, he can shoot. Yeah, so like I said, his defense isn't too bad either. He has an 84 perimeter defense and a 74 steal, which is not too bad too. So then another plus is that his lateral quickness is pretty high at an 84, so he can lock down guards pretty well, man. He has badges. He has 8 bronze, 7 silver, and 1 gold, which I mean, this is a sapphire we're talking about, man. So these badges, all these badges, they're pluses, honestly, because most sapphires don't have as many badges, and plus most sapphires don't even have gold badges, which I mean, he only has 1, but it's catch and shoot, which honestly that's all I do with him is catch and shoot. On the occasions I will drive and I will throw him lobs, but most likely it'll be off a pick and pop or catch and shoot situation. So yeah, so he has a lot of shooting badges and a lot of defensive badges, which is why he's such a good 3-and-D wing, which honestly, you already know how I make my teams. I like to have a good point guard that can drive and that can shoot, and I like to have wings surrounding him with a good big man that can also play defense and that can also get boards and at least shoot a mid-range. So he fits into this system well, and I love him for it, man. Another great card is Tony Kukoc, and let me say this, his green window is actually pretty high for a small forward power forward, and plus he can also play defense as well, and I like to have him as my power forward because y'all already know I like my small forwards to be power forwards, creates mismatches, and I mean we're quick and we're playing small ball, which I mean you cannot be mad at, bro. So yeah, so he has a 78 driving layup, at 84 3, at 84 mid-range, and a 75 driving and standing dunk. So yeah, so his inside isn't as high, but I mean it's pretty high, but most of the time I'm shooting with him anyway unless I actually get like a step or two on the defender. But yeah, most of the time it's off a pick and pop or catch and shoot, just like Trevor Ariza. And like I said, his defense isn't too bad. He has a 70 perimeter defense with a 69 block and a 68 steal and a 69 interior, which I mean it's not that bad. Slap a shoe on him, get probably a defensive coach, and you'll be straight, man. You'll be straight. Only liability he does have is his rebounding, which I mean it's not too bad, but most of the time people play double center, which I mean kind of can hurt you, but most of the time it can't hurt you. So he has a 69 offensive and a 76 defensive. But like I said, slap a shoe on him, slap a coach on him, and you'll be straight. Going over to his badges, he has 8 silver and 9 gold, which isn't as much as most of the other players, but I mean, he plays power forward. He's not going to do much other than shoot, and he has a lot of shooting badges, which is something that I really need from him. So as long as he has these shooting badges and all I'm going to do is shoot with him, I mean, hey, it's gonna be good. Okay, so last on this list is Dan, and I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, but he is a token reward for the Ruby. I forgot how many tokens it is. I think it's like 5 or 6, somewhere around there. But yeah, so you don't even have to spend MT for him, bro. He's completely free. All you gotta do is spend some tokens. So he can play defense and he can play offense, which is a plus. And also his green window is pretty high, man. It's pretty high from anywhere at the 3 and of course the mid-range. So he has an 86 driving layup, 88 mid-range, 89 3-pointer, and a 76 driving dunk. So he can shoot, he can drive in, and I mean, before I had Ray Allen, this was my Ray Allen, man. I love this card. This card is probably even better than Ray Allen, to be honest, in my opinion. So I still keep him on my bench whenever I need him, man. So yeah, so his perimeter defense is really high, especially for a shooter. 89 perimeter defense, that's higher than Klay Thompson's, man. So he's another 3-and-D type of wing player that you really need on your team to play defense, man. Also, he has a 79 steal. Slap a shoe on him or slap a coach. 80 plus steal right there, man. Now his athleticism isn't as high, except for his lateral quickness, which is the highest on this list, which is really good when you're trying to guard guards with him. And honestly, I can completely trust him to guard any point guard in this game right now. Now the only downside to him is that he doesn't really have too many defensive badges. He has pickpocket, he has pick dodger, and I think that was the only 2 that he has, which I mean, it's alright. It's alright. I know my on-ball defense is pretty good, so honestly, I'm good without clamps, I'm good without intimidator, I'm good without those other badges, because I mean I can play defense rather well, and plus most of the time I might even go into a 2-3 just in case. But the other badges are all shooting badges, man, which is obviously something I'm going to do with them. 3D type of player, catch and shoot, or even off the pick and pops. They're cash, man. They are straight cash. Hey, if you made it throughout the whole video, hey, shout out to you. Hopefully at least one of these cards can make your team even better. But yeah, that's it for this video, man. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. 900 on the way, man. Let's go.